Hello, my name is Roger Livingston, and this is BBC Three News tonight. And on our show, we have Madam Schachter, a survivor from the Holocaust. How are you today, Madam?
I'm doing alright.
That's good. That's good. How are you? How old were you during these times?
I believe I was about 42 years old.
42. How old are you now?
I am now 92.
92. So there's been a good 50 years in between this. Where were you from?
I was born in Sighet, a city in Romania.
How's the weather there?
It's nice.
Good, good. What was going through your mind when you found out you were being prosecuted?
I was very shocked to hear it. I thought to myself, what kind of horrible people would do such cruel things?
The Nazis, apparently. Were you frightened when you found out the Nazis were going to capture you?
I was very scared for what might happen. I've heard so many terrible stories, like...
Oh, that's terrible. How were you transported to the concentration camps?
I was transported inside a rusty cattle car, pulled by a large locomotive.
A train. How many people were on each car?
I was so frazzled at the time, I wasn't paying attention at all.
Well, I'm sure it would even be pretty hard to count that many people in a small area. How did the Nazis treat you?
They treated us terribly cruel, like harsh words, only shouted and yelled.
Oh, terrible, terrible. Did they take anything from you?
They took everything. We were barely clothed. If they found out we kept anything, we would be beaten.
Oh, dreadful. Did you have any family members there to help you?
So I had my 10-year-old son. I loved him dearly.
Oh, did he survive the camp?
I assume not. I never saw him again.
Oh, that's just horrible. Our hearts go out to you.
Thank you.
We can move away from that. Did you communicate with any of the other Jews?
No, I tried to keep to myself as much as possible. It was a hard time for me.
I would imagine talking, even if they were your own people, wouldn't help out that much. How was the train ride there?
Oh, it was horrible. I kept seeing these flames and they were killing me, and they were burning everyone, and there were flames and nobody believed me. Fire everywhere.
Have these hallucinations continued?
They were not hallucinations. They were real. It was going to happen and nobody believed me.
Oh, well, if I would have been there, I would have believed you, madam. What did the Nazis do once you arrived?
They split up the men and the women, and they sent all the people who were too young or too old or too weak, and they sent them all to the crematorium to be burned.
That's awful.
Like I said.
Well, they should have heeded your warning, madam. How are the conditions there?
It was awfully dirty there. It was a horrible sight to see.
Well, from the pictures we've received of it, that's a very accurate description, I'd say. What were you given to eat?
Rations of bread and soup. They barely kept me alive.
Oh, well, I'm glad now that you are able to eat healthily. Who else was there besides the Jews?
If I do recall, there were some Dutch people, gypsies, and a few homosexuals there. I remember this small Dutch boy's execution. It was horrible. I don't even want to think about it. I would never love to see that again, ever.
Ever. I mean, I would completely understand. An execution is terrible, but it being a child, that's just awful. Was there ever a point you almost lost your faith and gave up hope for leaving?
Every day I lost more and more hope, and I almost just completely gave up, and it was horrible. The only hope I had was moving to another concentration camp.
Well, at least you're out now, and I mean, how did you feel once you left?
It was an amazing feeling. I felt like there were a million little white doves pouring out of my mouth, just giving me strength to move on with my life.
Oh.
It was amazing.
That's a very nice analogy. I'm sure that's exactly how you felt. How are you feeling now?
I'm doing great. My life is full of pleasant experiences that definitely made up for many of the many of the terrible things I've endured in my lifetime through these concentration camps and whatnot, it definitely made up for a lot of that.
That's very good. That's very good. Well, I'm very glad that you have watched this, and for you being here, giving us new insights on this terrible thing. Madam Shackner, I am Roger Livingston, and this was BBC 3 News Tonight. Thank you for watching.